Good evening student. In this video we are discussing about the relationship between water and plant. The topic is plant water relationship. In this discussion we have to understand how much water is essential for the life processes in plant. Water is most of the time often a limiting factor for the growth and productivity of both agricultural as well as environmental plants, because water is very essential. In case of plant water relationship, water is essential for all the physiological activities of plant. All physiological activity. And that's why it is often a limiting factor for growth as well as productivity in both agriculture and natural environment. Water is required for all the physiological activity. What it means, actually water is needed for each and every activity which is performed by plant. If you consider the protoplasm of plant cell, then the protoplasm is nothing but water, in which most of the substances are dissolved and some of the substances are suspended. So essentially water is a solvent, a basic solvent in which most of the substances will get dissolved and these dissolved substances are utilized by. So the water will act as a solvent, is nothing but a solvent, and as it will form a part of protoplasm. So the maximum part of protoplasm is water. So if the maximum part of protoplasm is water, then you must have a question ki how much part of a plant body is made up of water. Then the NCERT has mentioned certain examples which are very useful for us as per the MCQ point of view. NCERT has mentioned that 92% of watermelon is water. So if you consider a 5 kg of watermelon, then the 5 kg of watermelon will have 92% of water inside it. So the watermelon is nothing but a 92% water. Then the NCERT has also mentioned that if you consider the herbaceous plants, then the 85% of herbaceous plants are actually made up of water, and they will have only 10 to 15% of dry weight. So herbaceous plant consists of 85 to 90% of water by weight, and they are only having 10 to 15% of dry weight. So if you consider any vegetable, for example spinach, okay, then in that spinach, whenever you brought that vegetable, the spinach is having 85 to 90% water and only 10 to 15% the dry weight. So this is very important point, is very important figure to understand कि in herbaceous plants 85 to 90% content by weight is of water. Then this water is not actually present uniformly distributed inside the plant. If you consider a woody plant, then a woody part of plant will have comparatively lesser amount of water compared to a fresh and tender parts. So in case of woody plants, the woody part will have less amount of water and tender and fresh parts, that are green part, will have more amount of water. So water is not uniformly distributed. Dry parts will have less amount of water and a green or a tender part, fresh parts of plant will have more amount of water. Now if you consider a seed which is comparatively dry, but that dry seed will also have water inside it, and due to that water the seed is still respiring and it is alive. So a dried seed will also have the water. So do remember this thing कि a dried seed also contain water. There is some amount of water always present inside the dried seed, and on that water the dry seed is respiring and it is alive. Now how much water will get absorbed inside the plant? Okay, so plant will continuously keep on absorbing the water because there is limited facility in case of plant to store this water. प्लांट कैनॉट स्टोर द वाटर इन ह्यूज क्वांटिटी. प्लांट जो है वो वाटर को बहुत ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में स्टोर करके नहीं रख सकते. हाँ, लेकिन प्लांट जो है वो कंटिन्यूसली जब भी वाटर अवेलेबल होता है तो वो एब्सॉर्ब करते रहते हैं. ये जो वाटर है वो एक्चुअली जो प्लांट ने एब्सॉर्ब किया, सपोज दिस इज अ प्लांट and it will continuously keep on absorbing the water, but most of its water will get lost due to the process of transpiration. So this leaf, whatever water the plant has absorbed, will go from the root to the stem, and from stem to the branches, and from the branches to the leaf, and from leaf it will comes out in the form of water vapor. This process is called as transpiration. And due to the process of transpiration, much of the water which is absorbed by the plant will get actually lost. Okay, so plant cannot store the water in a huge quantity. Most of the water which is absorbed by plant will get eventually lost. So to fulfill the demand, प्लांट हैव टू कंटिन्यूसली कीप ऑन एब्सॉर्बिंग द वाटर. अपनी डिमांड पूरी करने के लिए वाटर की प्लांट को हमेशा वाटर को एब्सॉर्ब करते रहना पड़ेगा जब भी वाटर की प्रेजेंस और अवेलेबिलिटी हो. क्योंकि प्लांट ने कितना भी पानी एब्सॉर्ब किया, फिर भी प्लांट उस पानी को अपने अंदर स्टोर करके नहीं रख सकता ज़्यादा देर तक, और जितना भी पानी प्लांट एब्सॉर्ब करता है उसमें का मैक्सिमम पानी ट्रांसपिरेशन के कारण लॉस हो जाता है. तो हमें यहाँ पे और भी एक चीज़ समझना ज़रूरी है कि हाउ मच क्वांटिटी ऑफ वाटर अ प्लांट कैन बी एबल टू एब्सॉर्ब. यहाँ पे भी एनसीईआरटी ने आपको दो एग्जांपल दी है. अकॉर्डिंग टू एनसीईआरटी, अ मैच्योर्ड मेज प्लांट कैन एब्सॉर्ब 3 liters ऑफ वाटर इन अ डे. सो एक मेज प्लांट को एक पूरे दिन भर एब्सॉर्प्शन करने के बाद कितना पानी अवेलेबल होता है? लीटर्स पर डे. एंड एनसीईआरटी हैज आल्सो मेंशन्ड अबाउट मस्टर्ड प्लांट. अ मस्टर्ड प्लांट कैन एब्सॉर्ब वाटर इक्विवेलेंट टू इट्स ओन वेट इन जस्ट 5 hours. सो अ मस्टर्ड प्लांट, एक जो मस्टर्ड का प्लांट होगा वो अपने वेट के इतना पानी, इक्विवेलेंट टू इट्स ओन वेट, इन जस्ट 5 hours. 5 hours में मस्टर्ड प्लांट अपने वेट के इतना पानी खुद ब खुद एब्सॉर्ब कर लेगा. सो समराइज एवरीथिंग इन केस ऑफ प्लांट वाटर रिलेशनशिप. We have now understand the water is the very essential element for the growth and development of plant. because water is required for each and every physiological activity of the plant. Water will act as a solvent, and in that solvent most of the substances will get dissolved, and that dissolved substances will be utilized by the plant. Some of the substances will also suspend in the water, and that suspended substances can also be utilized by the plant. If we consider the protoplasm of plant cell, then protoplasm of plant cell or every living organism is nothing but a water, and in this protoplasm there are most of the substances are suspended and dissolved, and we use that substances for our day-to-day activities or cellular metabolism. Now that's why water is a limiting factor for growth and productivity in both agricultural sector as well as in natural environment. If we provide enough amount of water to the agriculture sector, the productivity of agriculture sector will get increased. Okay, in case of drought condition, the productivity of agriculture field will get decreased. So this is a reason for this thing. And some of the examples which are mentioned by NCERT, in case of watermelon is having 92% of water according to its weight, and herbaceous plant will have 85 to 90% of its weight made up of water. The herbaceous plant only have 10 to 15% of dry matter to its weight. Clear for this thing? Now the water is not evenly distributed inside the plant. Hard and the woody part of the plant will have lesser amount of water, and the tender parts, the fresh part, the leaves, okay, the tender stems will have more amount of water in case of plants. Even a dry seed will also have some amount of water, and due to that water the seed is able to live and respire. Okay, then most of the water which is absorbed by the plant will get lost by transpiration. That's why the plant will keep on absorbing the water, because it cannot store the water. So giving some example, we are having a maize plant which will absorb 3 liters of water in a day, and a mustard plant can absorb a water equivalent to its weight in just 5 hours time. So this is everything about the plant water relationship. Some of the figures mentioned in this particular paragraph in NCERT are very important. Do remember all the figures. Now in the next video, we'll talk about the water potential. Thank you.